know how long we're going to go for. We're just going to go until I see fit, really. So first things first. I'm going to kick things off with the new Crypt LP, Buried Alive. Before I start, the new Crypt LP right here. Let me go ahead and turn this down slightly on your guys' end. Tales from the Crypt 2 is the first LP we're going to be is the first song from this record we're going to be listening to. Pretty lengthy album in terms of length. We got not pretty lengthy, but it's under an hour, 15 tracks, just over 3/4 of an hour. Pretty cut and dry. Doing some pretty good numbers right now. This song has been out for a while, so that's why it's got the big Millie on it. Congratulations, Crypt, by the way, for your second solo album release. I'm excited for the When This Guy Turns Red 2, which I love that record more than I like your original record. Your original solo record. So hopefully this is a little bit better than your last record, because I won't lie. Okay, let me talk. Your last record, Tales from the Crypt. It's got definitely some highlights on it. Tales from the Crypt, Us, Bad Habit, Sheesh, Dunna. Those are my favorite tunes. And overall, the record was a good experience. I don't know what I would have given it. I have to really give it a critical listen again, without any bias, though, which will be hard for me. So, the new Crypt LP. Let me see what I think. I don't know how loud I need this, so we're going to put it here and just see what happens. All right, Tales from the Crypt 2, first track.
This right here is how I kick off the album. I don't really care about the outcome. I just want to tell a couple stories and prove to everybody that I'm more than you think about me times 1,000. I spent the last year looking back on my accomplishments, ignoring all the compliments I don't ever really talk about. Cause the second that I do, one of you is gonna choose to ruin my mood and bring me down some. I can never get...
Okay, so a very interesting start here. Is there any production credits? Production credits by Trunks Beats and Joey Nato. That's kind of big. I love Joey's beats. I'm excited for the direction that this is going to be going in. Strong start. He's right off the bat saying, this is the intro for the album, and I'm here to let you know I don't give a shit. And I kind of like that.
This right here is how I kick off the album. I don't really care about the outcome. I just want to tell a couple stories and prove to everybody that I'm more than you think about me times 1,000. I spent the last year looking back on my accomplishments, ignoring all the compliments I don't ever really talk about. Cause the second that I do, one of you is gonna choose to ruin my mood and bring me down some. I can never get a glimpse of happiness, cause every time it happens I just think about the accidents that might come. People on the internet remind me that I ain't shit, and I agree with them, but I pretend that I doubt them. I remember backstage back in Omaha, Mac told me stop making rap records all about him, but it's hard because a part of me doesn't even want a part of the shit, but the other part was all of it. I'm in the middle like Malcolm. How come every time I open my feed there's...
Oh, okay. Very low-key beat. Very low-key beat. And it's very, very rapid flow. It's kind of telling the stories of, how he got into this. Like, and people telling him that are doubting him. I like it. It's a very good intro. Better than the original Tales of the Crypt already. I'm going to say that right up front.
So many comments full of positivity, but the second something's negative, it's inevitable that in my head all the positive has been outdone. If you dealt with the hatred I get on a day-to-day basis, I promise you wouldn't make it, so don't even try. The only person that should hate me is myself, and I do, but I've never even given you a reason why. And more time...
Ooh, I like that line a lot.
Tonight I lay in bed and I sigh, thinking what it would be like if I were to die. That's the time you see me hop on the Instagram live and chat with you guys running away from my mind. Somebody says some dumb shit to get under my skin, then I circle back around to where my night begins, and I'm trapped with my thoughts to bring my...
So this has got an NF Search kind of vibe, but not as much blatantly as ripping off the Search as the original. Welcome to the Crypt, I think, is the title track. Or the intro track, sorry, not the title track, the intro track. I like it. It's building elements, so you've got the this lower line string thing, and you've got like this kind of high pitched noise. You've got more and more elements really being added in, kind of building it up, which I do enjoy. I'm enjoying this because it's not a bad beat, and it's still something I can vibe to without it being like super minimalistic to the point where where I can't still catch the instrumental.
To an end, I saw a therapist back in college and he didn't do shit. Now my life is like Ring Around the Rosie, spinning in circles, burning to ashes slowly. Writing my hurt down in a verse before it gets worse.
Ooh, very powerful, very powerful. Dum, dum, dum. Really strong African drums. Dum, dum, dum. Or maybe Asian influence, I couldn't really say, but that's a very prominent, loud percussion that you only really hear, those big kind of random hits in an instrumental. You only really hear that in an Eastern style of music. You don't really hear that in Western music as much.
It fucking hurts to hold me, and these albums are where I let it all hang out and show my scars for all to play loud. My mom didn't even know I tried to kill myself until I put Tales from the Crypt out. I remember writing some of those tracks I couldn't.
Wow. His mom didn't even know he tried to kill himself until they put Tales from the Crypt out. Okay, interesting.
Even record in the studio with Joey crying like a baby boy. All the scars are real.
Whoa, here, hold on. I need to back that up.
Tales from the Crypt out. I remember writing some of those tracks I couldn't even record in the studio with Joey crying like a baby boy. All the scars are real and all the stories are facts. So if you listen, you'll see I'm way more than fast raps. Why it affects me bad, and I get real mad when these people tell me that I only rap real fast. Alright, copy this, alright, copy that, alright. Sound like him, alright, sound like that, cause I pull it.
Okay. Get where you're coming from, but sometimes you have sounded like other artists in the past, which is not a bad thing to wear contemporary on your sleeve or anything. I do it all the time. But you gotta try and avoid copying other people. And I won't lie, there's not a lot of it. There's definitely not a lot of it. But it's there still, which is, I think, the point I'm trying to make. I'm not saying you do it all the time, or that's all you are. But you've done it before, because every artist... Not every. A lot of artists have stolen their ideas somewhere else. Like Questlove said about Drake's Nice for What? Drake is sampling Lauryn Hill, which is sampling Wu-Tang Clan, which is sampling a cover of a Barbra Streisand song, which I believe is what the layers are of Nice to What's instrumentation, or like its backlog. So like, if influences come in, it's not a copy all the time, but sometimes it's a little bit like you're trying to take an idea and capitalize on it, which is not a horrible thing. Just try to switch it up a bit more. Right now, that's what you're doing. Like, you've got NF-esque elements in your music. NF is a very big influence in your music. I know it's NF and Tech 9 who are big influence, and Eminem are big influences in your music. I notice you doing that, and I think it's good.
All out, deep from inside, back from the depths of my dark black mind. Each track that I decide to write shaves off a couple good years of my life. I debated on dropping this or not, I can't lie, cause no matter what, it's gonna be an uphill climb. Cause before you even click, you got a thought of what this is, and every time I do that thought, you're gonna box me in. I got the stigma of a fast white rapper, cause I'm white and I rap fast, but why can't I just rap how I like? And you
Okay, that line was a little bit unnecessary, but it's okay.
Without labeling my craft, cause I do rap fast, but I also rap slow. For Christ's sake, I've shown you part of my soul. I'm not okay. Night of September, the end. These are examples of my holes. These are the parts of my soul that I wrote and took from my dome and spoke so you can relate back home. These are the locks of my brain that I broke and dove into so you can know what I know. And this album is more of that. I've got so many stories that have been untapped, so sit back and listen and buckle up for the ride. It's the Tales from the Crypt on how I'm buried alive.
Okay, very good intro track. Very good intro track. By the way, it's dark in here because I wanted to kind of set the mood. As soon as this LP is finished, I'm gonna open up the blinds over there. But very good start. Very, very good start. I do like a title track. I do think it's the intro. Why do I keep talking the intro track? I like how across this there's no skits in this right now. It's all authentic. It's real. I've never been a fan of skits in the album. I think they're unnecessary. I think they take away from the song. But, you know, I got nothing to say about this. I've got nothing bad to say about that intro track. There have been maybe some unnecessary lines. I really love that beat. Joey did a fantastic work on that beat. All right, next up we've got. Oh shit! I didn't realize I was on shuffle. My bad.
This right here is how.
Next up, we have the single Call It Quits, which I have heard before. Once again, produced by Joey Nato and is that Trunks? Is that Trunks, I assume? Yeah, I've heard the single Call It Quits. I'll go ahead and play it just because, you know, it's part of the album listening experience. Yeah. How many singles have I heard off this thing? Call It Quits I've heard. Let 'Em Talk I've heard. Voicemail I've heard. Rapping from My Closet I've heard. Okay, there's 4 singles off this project that I've listened to. No, 5. Bad Friend. No, 6. What the hell? Wait, how much of this album have I listened to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the 15 tracks were singles? It's a lot of singles, but not going to fault you for it. Not going to fault you for it. Fair enough. Call It Quits next up, featuring Jelly Roll and Adam Calhoun. Both kind of southern country trap, or not trap, country hip-hop artists. Joey Nato and Trunks Beats on the production again. Let's go ahead and give this one a listen. Almost a 4-minute cut here.
Blood is running down my face, tears are forming in my eyes. Father always told me pain is temporary, keep in stride. Lift your head up, don't you cry. Fighters always will survive. The hurt you feel inside can only mean that you're alive. Keep your head down and digging. God will provide you vision and lead you where you need to be. If you just shut up and listen and ignore the opposition, they just want your position. They want to X you out like the atheists do to Christ at Christmas. So don't ever stray away from this path that you'll create. Get that tunnel vision, don't you quit, keep working every day. So
Ooh, okay, so he's kind of like running through his own ambitions right here. I don't want to try and explain this song too much because I might be interpreting it incorrectly. I've heard the song a lot, so it's kind of phasing through my head right now, but I never realized how much of a rock influence this has. How much of a rock influence is in this song.
promise to myself that when I hear that final bell, I'ma give it everything that I got, and I told God I will not fail until I'm on my deathbed and I'm staring into heaven's eyes. I will never let nobody else control my life. I'ma wake up and I'll take what's mine. Ain't no way I'll wait in line. Life is moving way too fast for me to be stuck back in time. You can take away everything that I ever worked for. I'ma keep on pushing till I earn more. I won't ever fall. Won't ever break. Won't ever crack. Won't ever flip. Won't ever stop.
Yeah, really heavy rock influence. Really heavy rock influence. Make it a little louder for you guys.
You can tell, just look in the sky, the angels are near. Came out the gutter with Pennywise, I was facing my fears. I made it out the
Jelly
streets,
Roll here.
even though I was left to die. Still I sprouted out the concrete despite the pesticides. Somehow I bloomed to a beautiful rose. I was consumed with the blues, such a musical soul. This industry is full of hardships
Really
and
heavy,
politics,
most
but
of the
I will never
pianos
call
here.
it quits. In fact, I want all of it. You see fire in my eyes, even though I'm criticized. I have been vilified, belittled and minimized. If you ever dealt with depression,
Yeah,
I
mostly just really
empathize.
piano
Promise you
layered.
the more
It's
money
mostly
you
just
make,
piano,
shit intensifies.
percussion.
Ludicrous, I deal with all these Judases and serpents. Mama said you entertain the clown and you become the circus. So tell them, Crypt, we ain't stopping. Promise you will never change. We gon' be this fucking way until they put us in a grave.
Then we got guitars coming in here. I like that. You can tell it's distorting the mic, but it's really compressed down. It's really limited, so you don't really hurt your ears, which I like. Adam Calhoun here, I believe. You know what I noticed? I didn't realize this. I didn't realize this, but whenever they each had a verse, there were like 4 bars of singing each of them had, which I found interesting. That's actually kind of interesting. Oh wow! All right. They got that thunderstorm effect, the rainwater. All piano, you got the high piano melody, the lower piano playing chords. Gonna get like the guitar reverse effect, I think. The shovel again. Next up on the. Okay, before I talk about this one, good track. I actually really like that single. I didn't used to, and then I gave it a couple listens. It grew on me quite a lot. This is a clean track. Really? A clean track? Crypt. I mean, I never thought you were one to making clean music, but fair enough. All right. Next track up right here is "I Will Miss You," a clean track. Production once by Joey Nato and Riney. This time, I've actually bought a beat from Riney. I've bought some of his beats, and I don't like any of them. I bought like a package from him, and I didn't like any of the beats that I got in the end. So I was like, oh shit, I just wasted my money. So, I mean, I hope it's not bad beats. I'm not the biggest fan of Riney's production, though. But hopefully, I've been a big fan of Joey's production. Hopefully, this doesn't suck. Let's go for it.
My whole entire life can go out like a flame. One last wish and I will blow it away.
Whoa.
But before I go, I've got one thing to say. I won't miss you. And my whole entire life can go out like a flame. One last.
This is Riney's typical production. This sounds like Riney collaborated on this, or at least gave the baseline foundations, and then Joey kind of tampered with it. Very kind of interesting. You come straight through singing, very prominent, loud, committing to it. I can't tell if it's a little bit of auto-tune, a slight bit of correction, not like a little baby or like Gunna or Thug kind of auto-tune. More just enough to where it corrects you if you're out of tune, so you don't fall, like if you're going da, like you don't like fall too flat or too sharp, which is very clever from Joey here, because I know how Joey really feels about Joey doesn't mind auto-tune. I think Crypt's position is it's okay. He just doesn't want it too much of it. And I think that they kind of met in the middle here. It was a good product here. The layering as well. Really soft guitars.
I saw you yesterday for the first time in 3 years. I almost didn't recognize you. We locked eyes, but you pretended we didn't, and it seemed clear. You saw me and it terrified you. You probably thought of all the awful things you did to me in past time, and everything came rushing back in. But that's just water underneath our bridge, so let's cross that bridge and I'ma push you in. I saw you hiding that ring on your left hand, probably shopping for a shirt for his best man. You wouldn't hide it if you didn't feel a single ounce of guilt about you leaving what we built and what was next planned. I hope you go to sleep tonight and all you dream about is me and all the awesome memories that we had let stand. And you text me in the morning saying sorry that you didn't talk to me, and I'ma leave the message left read. And when I go to sleep tonight, I'ma make sure that I pray for you. Pray that he can treat you like you want and like I couldn't do. Pray that he's the reason that you smile all the time. Pray that he can keep you happier than any guy. Pray that you were living in the dream that you wanted. Pray you wake up every morning with a husband that's supportive. And I pray that all your prayers have been answered and he's heaven sent, and then he cheats on you like I never did. I'm praying that it rains on your wedding day. Tears from the heavens gates from my grandma, cause you didn't show up at her wake. Why was that so hard to make? Probably cause you knew the way you treated me was evil and she wouldn't want you anyway. I pray that when you look him in the eyes at the altar, you only see the times that you'll fail and you'll falter. Your marriage will flop cause you're frail in your heart, and you'll finally realize that you're a monster.
Yo, that was woven very well. So he's talking about this woman who cheated on him. Do we listen to rap and hip hop? It's what I specialize in. I wouldn't say that I only do it, but it's definitely something. It's definitely what I specialize in. Going through this track, very clearly Riney's style production here. You've got just your simple guitar, your standard kind of 808, and your kind of snares. Really shallow instrumental, really skeletal, which works in the song's favor because it's kind of a less is more moment on this LP, where you don't want to have a big booming hype instrumentation. You want something low key. You want something a little bit more mellow. You can tell there's a rock and country influence here, and you can very clearly hear it. And he's kind of weaving in. He's saying all these like nice things, and then as soon as he sounds something nice, stabs it back and then pulls it out, and then says nice things. I hope you do well. I hope I'll listen, and then bang, until you have a husband and he cheats, and then he just kind of just goes in on her. which is fair enough if you've been cheated on. I've been cheated on. It's not a fun time.
Your life can go out like a flame. One last wish and I will blow it away. But before I go, I've got one thing to say. I won't miss you, and my whole entire life can go out
You
like
see,
a flame.
there's not a lot going on here.
One last
Just
wish
guitars.
and I will blow it away. But before I go,
The
I've
piano
got
as
one
well, I
thing
believe, in the
to
back.
say.
At the back of the mix.
I won't miss you at all.
Very, very. So you can tell from the singing, very rock and country kind of oriented. There's the shovel. Again, before we get into this next track, what do I think of I Won't Miss You? Very, very good stripped back moment on the record. I like it. I think it's a necessary bit, especially after this kind of the kind of hype. Or not the hype, like the faster pace or like the more aggressive style that Call It Quits is. Good production from Ryan, good production from Joey. Next we got Let 'Em Talk featuring Luke Gone, production from Riddick, who I actually enjoy Riddick's beats quite a lot. Riddick has helped make a couple of my instrumentals as well. Nothing for anything I've released, but he's helped make a couple of instrumentals that I've done, and then obviously the reproduction from Joey. Joey's the executive producer on this. Yeah. We got Let 'Em Talk, Crypt and Gone. I'm expecting some fast shit. Expecting some fast shit. Let's go. And I've heard this song already. This is one of the more like kind of we're going back to like the Call It Quits, very creepy vibe. Dun, dun. And these like minor or like I don't know if it's minor. It's either minor or diminished kind of sequencing. Kind of that build up. They're high passed, and they still get brought to the front of the mix while still being in that kind of like a weird, not watery, but like the vocals are coming from very far away. There we go. Standard really hip hop standard hip hop percussion melodies here, but you've got that once again that really creepy ding 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 in that minor kind of descending tones. I think it's minor, it could be diminished. Very, very interesting.
Sit down. Man is mad that he's performing for an empty house, but I sold it out. My mama always told me that jealousy rears its face in the face of adversity. Then verses would come my way, but just ignore it. Keep it soaring, leave them sore in the face. They ain't important. You're worth more than their entire estate. So just sit back and laugh at their ass. Keep on stacking that cash. Let them talk if it'll get them off. What they speak just means that they mad. They just want what you got, son, but refuse to do what you did to top them. So the only option that they're gonna rock with is to keep on talking while you keep on walking. So let them talk for a minute, but I'm back and got some. If you're gonna keep on talking about my back, then I'll just do great things in your face. If you're gonna focus on my career, then it appears you're the one to blame. That you're gonna be in my shadow, half stone staring at my backbone and asshole. You know it's a fact, bro, that I'm that dope. Rap circles around you like I'm a lasso. Went from rags to riches. You just sit back and bitching. Like if you keep babbling, I'ma feel bad and give your ass commission. But I have no sympathy for you.
I like that.
You only care about me.
I kind of like that. I enjoy the way he did that.
And it's so convenient for you. Then you get up on the internet and act like I left you and tell everybody that
Ooh,
I wanted blue.
a little bit of a beat change. Like the kind of stripping away at most of the remaining melodies. You got the doom 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 doom, and then just your like just from your snare line there. Maybe not quite 16, more like 8.
I'm happy that I never even brought you along. If this is how you act when your homies get on, bro, you gon' always be alone. I was gone for a minute, but I'm
back to the original melody and the instrumentation.
But they talking about the same old things. They worry about my day and they worry about my life. If they talk behind my back, it just means that they are behind. I let them talk.
This is like one of those like hype kind of like performance songs on an LP, which I think you absolutely need. Especially if you ever does a show behind this LP, I think this is a necessary cut. I think it's really catchy.
Should I let him
They're
talk?
gone?
Never know. Y'all are more corny than ethanol. I got no patience for Twitter tweeting. If we really beefing, then I pull up with a weapon drawn. Came in this bitch like a wrecking ball using my pistol.
Now, Luke Gone obviously has received much criticism in the past, particularly from other music critics like Anthony Fantano, who I take a lot of my inspiration from, and he's the reason why I started doing these. Very smooth with the flows, very fast, loves the fast rap, and he's gotten a lot better since he was flamed on the channel, but Very smooth with it, very, very Eminem influenced. And you can really hear in the really way that he kind of glides along a beat like no one else I know from an underground perspective. Just like you just kind of he's riding this instrumental with a sort of swagger that with a sort of cleanliness that you only expect from people like that ride beats with such prowess. Like people that are really good at writing instrumentals like Logic and DaBaby, people that like really fit in these pockets and they just kind of go forever is what he kind of reminds me of.
Mad every time they set me off. I am becoming the villain when I kill him like Ben and all.
Ooh,
Pull up to the fucking murder scene.
instrumental change. You get the instead of the ding ding, you get the kind of but like really really pass back, and then it's a key change there. Instrumentation there on your main melody, like ding 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 ding. In more of I believe is that augmented? I need to check real quick.
Like a wrecking ball using my pistol and Uzi like mad every time they set me off. I am becoming the villain when I kill him like Ben and all. Pull up to the fucking murder scene. Dead body with the flies buzzing like a worker bee. So much uncertainty, there's sure to be some absurdity.
Or maybe just different note progression. Either way, that's very different.
Years in the pen, so I'm never gonna let them talk either with friends, but I fear that it's nearing the end. I got demons appearing again every time that I'm searing the pen to the
and it's a different instrument as well. I think it's a piano. The dun 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 dun. It's very clearly a different instrument. Instead of your glockenspiel kind of typing, hammering it out, it's a piano instead, or a piano-like instrument.
The lyrics offend every person who's hearing it. They're in defense. I've been cheering against this American cap.
Same percussive
instrumentation. Shit has been wearing me, then it's embarrassing. Treating me like I'm a terrorist. I'ma go bearing the Benz. I'm staring the Benz till I rear the deer. It's a mirror.
And you've got Crypt's ad-libs from the hook going just talk in the background, kind of adding this kind of hype to it.
That I was carrying left because I had a few beers at appearance events. All these motherfuckers dropping me to drinking.
Another
and they have me thinking all the stress I'm dealing with has got me barely clinging.
Kind of like before, but it's the same melody, just really, it's just lowered. The pitch is lowered. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's an octave. I think it might be an octave down, but lower. You feel like you've turned down the pitch, not necessarily changed the notes of it. So you've just made it really flat, if that makes sense. And then you've kind of left space for the percussion to take over and put the melody kind of in the background, making it more of a harmony. Not a harmony, but more of a background, making your percussion your melodic instrument.
Winning, now my eyes are shrinking. No, there's not an inkling of hope. I don't
Never
really
get
wanna
back.
say no. Internet trolls telling me I'll never be dope. Every beat I kill so cold will bust flows till I rip my soul. Real hustle when I get up in the stool.
You see, riffles at a rip muscle, but a bit muscle. Like he's really clean with it. You can hear everything. It's just hard to recite back.
Cutthroat. Until the day I when I made it, I'ma be a renegade until the haters never gonna emulate him. Crypt now.
Ooh, that very, very clearly. Until the day I'm gonna be a renegade and they're never gonna emulate him. Where I think he's referencing renegade with the Eminem's emulate them or emulate them, as in Eminem. Obviously from the classic 2000. It's 2000. It's not 2002, is it? I don't know. It's an old ass song.
Green paper, we live a life you could never dog. Meme makers are weak haters, they're unhappy and already lost. R.I.P. as I cremate them, you hot flashing like menopause.
Yeah, and they're hot flash like menopause. It's mad. Here you kind of strip back all the percussion, all melody, so as if he's making a statement.
Give a fuck about a little chump, middle finger up as I let him talk.
I was gone for a minute, but I'm back and got some
This is
things
clearly
to say.
written after,
People talking
like
about me,
before
but
Joe
they talking
Biden was
about the
our
same
president,
things. They
obviously.
worry about my day, and they worry about my life. If they talk behind my back, it just means that they are behind. I let them talk.
Ooh, cuts the beat away. And more shoveling effect. All right, let him talk. Production. Joey Nato, Riddick Beats, fantastic. I actually really love this instrumental. I love the way this kind of progresses and stuff. I really enjoy it. This is in my opinion Let Him Talk. That's probably my second favorite song off the record. My favorite, that at least from singles that I've heard, is Voicemail. I love Voicemail and I love Rap from My Closet. Those are probably tied for first place. This is a very solid second. But now we got another clean track here. I Don't Wanna from Crypt here. Production from just Joey. This is a Joey Only B production from Joey Nato. Let's see how this one pans out. More pianos, lots of pianos in this LP so far.
I don't want to shop for no black slacks. I don't want to shop for no dress shoes. I don't want to shop for a black tie. I don't want to shop for a black suit. I don't want to hear a bunch of phone calls. I don't want to hear a sorry for your loss. I don't want to see a bunch of people contact me acting like they even cared at all. I don't want to see a bunch of RIPs filling up another Facebook feed. I don't want another text from a fake friend saying that they're thinking of me. I don't want my name in no newspaper. I don't want to meet another caretaker. I don't want another conversation with someone that's telling me that God's plan is greater. I don't want another 3-day event.
So this is more of a kind of like this is written, I assume, right after his grandmother passed, a big event in his life. And obviously it's like, you know, he doesn't want to do all the shit that people are telling him. He doesn't want to shop for clothes for the funeral. Doesn't want to see all these RIPs on Facebook. Doesn't want to hear all the calls and the texts from all these friends that he has saying, "Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, or I'm in you're in my prayers," which I can definitely relate to, 100%.
No more sadness to bathe in. I don't want another body to identify on a table that is stainless. I don't want another plot I have to pick. I don't want another hearse I have to rent. I don't want another.
It goes. I just realized it goes away from a piano to like this sort of synth. It goes like interesting.
Verse from the Bible that the pastor keeps drilling inside of my head. I don't want another visitation to attend, waiting for the service to begin, knowing half the audience is only there
More
to
with
give a reason,
strings
leaving a
added.
3-day weekend. I don't want to have another flower that is pinned to my chest for the moment, knowing that I have to place it on the blanket of the casket as we take it to the grave to lower. I don't want to be another pallbearer. I don't want to see my father volunteers. I don't want to smell the fragrance of the flowers at the funeral home as I bow in prayer. I don't want another front row seat. I don't want to hear another eulogy. I don't want to listen to the pastor tell me stories of the person right in front of me. I don't want to touch another cold hand. I don't want to say that I don't understand. I don't want to hear that that's a shell of the person I once loved on a casket stand. I don't want to see a bunch of old pictures reminiscing on the times I'm missing, looking around through these watery eyes for a tissue to stop them from dripping. I don't want to have to listen to another sermon. I can't pay attention because my heart is hurting, knowing that I'll never ever see them again, and this pain that I have is eternal. I don't want to hear another organ play another sad song like Amazing Grace, or go rest high on that mountain while I'm shouting, asking why he couldn't let him stay. I don't want to lock arms with my older brother standing over top of corpse.
Ooh. Once again, very emotional, very high energy, very. It's once again, it's one of those records where, it's one of those songs where, you know, you're not gonna get a lot of commentary from me because, you know, it's one of those songs like UK rapper Dave's Black. If you haven't heard it, I highly suggest you go listen to that song. Please go listen to that song. Off his LP Psychodrama. But it's one of those moments where what can I say? There's nothing for me to say about a cut like this. You just gotta kind of listen. I can talk about the production and stuff. I can talk about the lyrics, but it's one of those cuts where you don't really talk about it. You think future bass could? Is your rap? I think rap is one of the most versatile genres in the world. I think you can rap over anything. I rapped over a porn star having an orgy. Fun fact. I did that. Someone played a porn star having an orgy, like a remix of it. It wasn't like a hip hop remix. It was just kind of like put into a melody. So like, dun dun dun, That's what I did. I shouldn't be talking about this during a song like that, but I think you can rap over everything. I think anything can cross over into the style of rap. I think it's possible, man. I think you can rap over anything. Look at any cover on any song on YouTube. You can freestyle. Can I freestyle? Not really. I'm not good at freestyle. I'm a writer. I love sitting down on my computer at my desk, just here thinking, what do I write? I will write line after line after line. Like, I have notes in my, well, not in this phone because it's a new phone, but in my old phone, I have just scroll forever, just notes of lyrics that I've written down. I love the writing process. I'm not a freestyler. I can probably try it, but it's not for me. It's not like, not like DaBaby on the XXL version who went for like 2.5 minutes, or the Polo G one this year where he talked about real polarizing issues. We can discuss that after. If you would stick around till after the LP, I want to finish up the LP, then we can maybe discuss it. Or if you want to do !contact, you can shoot me an email. We'll talk about it then.
I don't wanna say no more last words as they close the casket door. I don't wanna feel the dead weight in my hands as we pick up the body on the count of 3, knowing that the person that I loved my entire life is lying next to me. I don't wanna load another loved one up. I don't want another purple flag in my truck. I don't want another funeral procession driving through the town, messing traffic up. I don't wanna make another right turn, going through the cemetery gates, only seeing just a handful of my family members show up at the wake. I don't wanna have to pull another casket from the back of the hearse as I'm fighting back, crying and carry it right to the burial site, and then sit at the side while everyone is silent and watch as they drop the casket in the ground. Slowly now, to 6 feet down, and look around as we all cry and we all say our final goodbyes. I don't wanna watch them pour the dirt on. I don't wanna accept that they're really gone. I don't wanna forget that they ever existed, acting like my life will continue on. I don't wanna see the time go fast and watch the straw on the gravesite grow in the grass. Slowly thinking less and less about them while they lay alone under a stone plaque. I'm just saying that I need some answers, something that can make some sense of this, something that can put my mind at ease, something that gives me a reason to live. Until then, I'm just out here with ghosts, steady looking for my faith, forever searching for my soul, but I feel like I'm walking in place.
Ooh, that's a powerful line to end it on. Joey, good production. There's that shuffle sound again. Good track. Not my favorite one, but not one that has a lot of replayability for me. But once again, it's a good track. It's a good track. Very personal. Next up, we got Rappers Do Not Like Me. Interesting title here. Futuristic is on this track. Production by Joey Nato and Elijah James, who I believe, I want to look real quick. Oh no, it's a different dude. I was like, is that the same dude that did the release with why can't I remember his name? King's Blitz. No, it's not. It's a different dude. So we got Joey Nato, Elijah James on the production. I always love futuristic on a feature. Let's see how this one pans out. Short tracks as
do
well.
not like me cause I see right through they bullshit. Rapping about a life they do not live, you cannot fool Crypt. Spitting about them guns, but they know nothing about them full clips. And if I lay the chopper on their lap, you see they full of shit. Zach, all these motherfuckers act up when they post on the gram and they act up. I saw dude post a clip the other day, but the clip wasn't even in the fucking gun. Bro, what the fuck, it got cold outside cause you putting on the front. You can't fool a motherfucker that knows how to use the gun, put it back in your pocket, you ain't scaring no one. Rappers be doing the
Ooh, whoa, okay. It's one of those, like, this is one of the ones that make you bounce, baby. One of those ones that make you bounce. Okay. And he looks like he's having a conversation. He said, hey, Zach, which is, Futuristic's real name. It's Zachary. So,
posting these pictures riding in a ghost, but we know it is rented by the buddy folks. Only one that
really
you
low
have
key.
is your Snapchat, so give it back that roll.
Really soft instrumental. Vocals really take it over here.
Your life is about as fake as that deal you turned down. Rappers always telling tons of fables. Rappers always
Yo,
saying,
wait, hold on. Is that a shot of Dax? You shooting a Dax? Hold on. Did he just shoot a Dax? Hold on, pause.
Posting these pictures riding in a ghost, but we know it is rented by the buddy folks. Only one that you have is your Snapchat, so give it back that roll. And roll your ass out. Your life is about as fake as that deal you turned down. Rappers always telling tons of fables. Rappers always saying fuck a label, but if it actually happened, they'd be cracking quicker than a DJ scratching at the turntable. Rappers always say fuck the fame. Rappers always say it's my time. Rappers always say they run the game, but I see them limping on the sidelines. Cause rappers do not like me cause I see right through they bullshit. Rapping about a life they do not live, you cannot fool Crypt. Spitting about them guns, but they know nothing about them full clips. And if I lay the chopper on their lap, you see they full of shit. Rappers do not like me, I don't give a fuck. Rappers do not like me, throw my middle fingers up. Rappers do not like me, they say I'm not enough. Rappers do not like me, won't you come and get some? Rappers do not like me, I don't give a fuck. Rappers do not like me, throw my middle fingers up.
This beat's hard. I like the hook as well.
They say I'm not enough. Rappers do not like me, won't you come and get some?
Low key, maybe high key. No, these rappers do not like me. Cause I cracked the code, I made the mode that everyone come bite me. It's unlikely that you talk up on the web but wanna fight me. Cause in person, you a bitch. I took a picture with your wifey, yo.
Damn.
Say cheese for the camera. I'm a pro, you an amateur. Niggas get real weird when they get a little cop, but we both know you broke as a janitor. Really never been a fan of you. I got goons that'll handle you. I don't wanna shake hands with you. I got 3 mil chillin' in the bank right now. I ain't even got a manager. Cause I be on my shit. You should quit. Haters for the
Ooh, that instrumental change.
But you stuck blaming it on me. That's a trick.
That kind of, I think it sounded like they just took the melody in reverse. It's just like that kind of classical reverse. Whenever you hear a hit, it's normally like a dong, but this time it's like a Like it's got that kind of effect. That's kind of cool.
But acknowledge them, waiting we gon' see. Wanna diss, book me for a feature, eat you for a fee. It's indie amplified, ample time to spit it and tantalize.
Damn, the self plug.
Still killing it, all you do is fantasize. Handle mine, I know they mad at me, but I just love them. As the last gotta came and diss me, how I ended that discussion. Come on.
Rappers do not like me cause I see right through
good
their
verse.
bullshit.
Good
Rapping
verse.
about a life they do not live, you cannot fool Chris. Spitting about them guns, but they know nothing about them.
I'm glad there's like a fun song on this LP.
Rappers do not like me, I don't give a fuck. Rappers do not like me, throw my middle fingers up. Rappers do not like me, they say I'm not enough. Rappers do not like me, won't you come and get some? Rappers do not like me, I don't give a fuck. Rappers do not like me, throw my middle fingers up.
This is like jam,
Rappers
man.
do not like me, they say I'm not enough. Rappers do not like me, won't you come and get some? Cause
That's a good track. That's a solid track. A very good turn up track. I actually like that track a lot. That's a good track. Good work on that one. Next one up, we got Who You Know. Production cut is just by Joey Nato. Joey Nato on the solo production on this one. Let's go ahead and see how this one turns out. That's a sample. That's a sample. What the fuck is that sampling? I know that goddamn sample. Or am I thinking of something incorrectly? I don't know. They're probably going to let me know of it, or I'm probably going to find out eventually. That sounds... What is
you
that?
know, rapping about the shit that they think when nobody else calling all the shots that they make. I could drop a song tomorrow, but I wouldn't have to borrow up permission to like these other rappers you think are great. Who you know turning down a couple $100,000 from a company that wanted to control your whole brand with a 5-year deal? Everybody's in a dumb, but I'm in year one, already master hand. Who you know rapping that is their own boss? Who you know who's had in the pen is so raw? Who you know collaborating with the idol that they got a couple canvases of them hanging on the studio wall? Bitch, me, I'm bad with it. Disproving what them critics had written. 1 minute I'm trash with it, next minute fabulous. Got them going back and forth at the playing the game is a badness. My mind is elaborate. So many paths to pick, traveling faster, end up where the casket is. Accidents happen whenever I rap, cause I'm packing that heat like the spice in a cabin. And I'm too dope like those hits of cocaine. Flows gas, I'm only spitting the propane. It's so sad that rappers thinking they so great, cause when they compare themselves to me, there ain't no way.
Ooh, okay, so he vibing, I am vibing. With this one, the last I'm gonna have a similar complaint about this track that I didn't specify in the last track because I thought it would just be about that last track. The melody in these instrumentals, Joey, and I know you're the executive producer, so I'm talking to you, Joey. And I've been in your streams, and I know you've been in, and I know you know that I've been in your streams a couple times. These melodies are too low in the mix, brother. They're too low in the mix. You need to bring them up. You gotta bring them up. At least for me personally, I would have brought them up. I would have put the percussion a little bit lower in the mix, brought the melody up just a bit. I know you're gonna be like, well, shut up, man. You don't know what you're talking about. And that might be, I might not know what I'm talking about, but this is just how I feel about it. So, Joey, bring up the goddamn melodies in the mix, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Good track, and this is where he's kind of bragging that he's like, hey, you know, who do you know that's got this? Who do you know that's done that? Who do you know that's done? Like, he's kind of bragging. He's like, hey, listen, I got offered hundreds of thousands of dollars for a brand for someone to control my brand for 5 years. I turned that shit down, and I still ended up collabing with my favorite rapper, who I got canvases on my wall, which is Tech 9, but we haven't heard that record yet. So, Crypt, where's that Tech 9 feature? Where's Tech 9 featuring Crypt, or Crypt featuring Tech 9? Where's that feature? Where's that cut? I'm looking for it, bitch. Where's that cut?
I'm in the fast track, you in the slow lane. Your rap career is like a basket of dirty jackets because you got no game. Who you know rap like me? Who you know spaz on the beat? Who you know smash every track that he raps on? That's a guarantee. Bitch, me. Who you know pack that heat? Who you know stack that cheese? Who you know have no beef with the COYPT? Me, bitch, me. Who you know rap like me? Who you know spaz on the beat?
Lots of personality on that. You're not gonna agree with me. This is a very young. That's a very young thug kind of thing to do. Like like obviously not in that flow. But that is a signature young thug move. Put those vocal changes in there. Put those kind of like from that really your normal to like high. And it's all over projects like Jeffrey and Beautiful Thugger Girls and on So Much Fun. It's all over those projects. You can see it. And maybe you didn't know that you're kind of taking that because you don't listen to Young Thug. And I know you hate Young Thug. But that is a very clear Young Thug subconscious influence. I think maybe it might have been Young Thug. Maybe it might be another artist I'm not aware of. But that is so Thugger. Once again, another kind of turn-up style track.
Name another rapper that can do what I do. Sing his fucking heart out while playing guitar too. And drop bars harder than guarding Abdul-Jabbar. And carve through flows like a harpoon.
Okay, so once again, another kind of instrumental thing here. It's kind of like high-passed almost, or I don't know what you did. You made the melody incredibly shallow. Almost nothing to it. It's so empty. But I mean, I understand why you did it. It's just to vary up instrumentation, but I like it.
This shit I spit is ridiculous, cause I'm quick with it. Funny, everyone forgets that I'm equipped with the gift to spit venom until they listen and pick Crypt on their list, bitch. I never quit winning. I can tell you a story with a twist. Rap it really slow or rap it really
obviously
quick. Or
these
really
tuba hits slow.
Get so many clicks sounding like a metronome's in this bitch. Like tick, 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 tock. Time is up according to my wrist. Watch, I'm versatile, full of sauce like lasagna. You versatile, awful in every genre. Who you know rap like me? Who you know spaz on the beat? Who you know smash every track that he raps on? That's a guarantee, bitch. Me. Who you know pack that heat? Who you know stack that cheese?
Siren, classic Siren sample.
Me, bitch, me. Who you know rap like me? Who you know spaz on the beat? Who you know smash every track that he raps on? That's a guarantee, bitch. Me. Who you know pack that heat? Who you know stack that cheese? Who you know have no beef with the CRYPT? Me, bitch, me.
You know what actually this beat reminds me of, Joey? I don't think you're aware of this, but the beat reminds me a lot of The Baddest off of Big Sean's newest LP, Detroit 2. That's what it reminds me of. That style of like that, such like that energetic beat. Not as upfront and as powerful as The Baddest, obviously. Your production isn't that good. No offense, Hit Boy is better than you. But that's what it reminds me of. I like that track. Decent track. A little bit of replayability from him. Next up, we got Voicemail with featuring Chris Rebby, production from Trunks Beat. This is no Joey Nato on this beat. Joey Nato, for the first time, has not appeared on this LP as a producer. So I don't know if that's just a mistype, or you forgot to put it in, or if he's truly not on this cut. I don't know. We'll find out. This is my favorite song off the LP. It's one of the singles. Very guitar-y, very melodic. I like this cut a lot. It's one of the good singles. I say good as if there's bad singles. I liked all the singles that came out.
All alone on the phone, hoping you pick up the cell. But now I know how it goes when I get your voicemail. Where were you on the nights that I sat by myself?
This hook is infectious, man.
Trying to handle my health. All alone on the phone, hoping you pick up the cell. But now I know how it goes when I get your voicemail. So many times I've cried, so many times I've hurt, so many times I've tried to die and take a ride in that long black hearse. But I called you first, but you ignored me, cause you knew that my life was piss pouring. You would move to the side when it gets gory, and then you would arrive when my mood would subside and I get a victory. It's funny how these people tell you that they'll always be there for you through the thick and thin. Cause when you lose and they ain't nowhere to be viewed until you improve and begin to win. Then all of a sudden they come out of nowhere and act like they've always been there. Like you weren't the one that was braving the storms. They just seem to weather this fair and they want to claim you when you get.
Ooh, I didn't notice that, but like when he's really talking there, they cut out the percussion. No percussion there. Just the dun, dun, dun. And they kind of made the piano shallower, not as present on like in general, so you can really hear what he's vocalizing there.
And they'll be quick to say that you're friends and they always knew that you'd excel, but you weren't there on the night I had a gun to my head with a one-way trip to hell. So don't you ever dare.
You got the main one right there, and then you've got the high one just playing falsetto really high notes, like ding ding. And then when you get to the hook here, you're gonna have more.
Are you fair when the friends are faking? If you don't think it's fair, then I'll say, where were you on the nights that I sat by myself?
So you've got the piano, dun, 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 and then you've got, I think it's a harp or some sort of instrument that sounds very much like a harp. Obviously, it's really, really high there as well, along with your.
Trying to handle my health, all alone on the phone, hoping you pick up the cell. But now I know how it goes when I get your voicemail. Where were you on the nights that I sat by myself in my room, out my mind, trying to handle my health, all alone on the phone, hoping you pick up.
You got a verse coming in here from Connecticut independent rapper Chris Rebby.
Crystal clear, but with some of y'all, the shit hard to tell. When the chips were down, yelling, give a fuck. Where I'm
I actually really like
when
this
I
dude.
called your cell, but then it changed and I
Only
Put a
just
chain
found
in
out.
a-
Only just found out about him. I think he's a dope lyricist. He's got some very cool things about him. Just don't like that he's like a nicotine addict. But you know, it is what it is.
A house and I bought a range. Now they calling back, want an autograph for they cousin and wanna come hang. Shit, it's not even like I'm still pissed at them, cause carrying that shit is toxic. And now I'm way more rich than them. I'm too busy counting my profits. Took my shot to explode. Y'all ain't acknowledge me, so you can still come to my shows. You'll just get charged to the dough. Yeah.
Damn, I like that. You can still come to my shows. You'll just be charged at the door.
I cut out all of them fake ones. I'm riding out with my day ones, and we still tight as fuck. Breaking bread, taking vacations. Ain't mad at you at all. Too many plaques up on my wall. I'm not trying to be a dick, but you should have picked up my call.
Where were you
Facts.
on the nights
I like
that I
that.
sat by myself
I wasn't
in my
ain't trying to be a
room,
dick, but you
out
should have
my mind,
picked up my
trying to
calls.
handle my health. All alone on the phone, hoping you pick up the cell. But now I know how it goes when I get your voicemail. Where were you on the nights that I sat by myself in my room, out my mind, trying to handle my health? All alone on the phone, hoping you pick up the cell. But now I know how it goes when I get your voicemail.
No, I believe this is played by Joey Nahato, or he put this in of some kind. So I guess Joey is on the production of this a little bit. He's uncredited, which is fine. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else for me to say about that track. I really love it. I love the message of it. I love the idea of it. Before I get into Bad Friend, another single. Yeah, go. This is the track I'd say 100% check out. This one and Rapping from My Closet. If you're more of a lyricist kind of dude, this more of like a. This is literally a one take video. So if you're into that kind of stuff, recommend. And next up track we got Bad Friend here, production from Joey Nahato and 11 Empire Beats here. Let's go ahead and give this one a listen. See what we're packing. I don't remember this song that much. I'm gonna be real. I watched this at like 3 a.m. in the morning. Oh, when I decided to view the music video, so I don't remember much of this track.
2:30 in the morning and I get a text from my friend. She said I need you right now, and I already knew what that meant.
More
See,
pianos,
me and this girl,
lots
we
of
think
pianos.
alike. Too many phone calls spent for me to know she's thinking about her life and how it's gonna end. See, on the outside we're happy and we show it to the world, and we put on this fake exterior so the truth won't unfurl. But I know who she is, cause it's like looking in a mirror. All these smiles and cries for help, and it couldn't be any clearer. So I pick up the phone and call her as she answers through her cries. She's hyperventilating, telling me that she wants to die. My heart starts to race and my thoughts begin to blur. We're 9 hours apart, but I'm seconds from losing her. I try to calm her down and tell her what she means to me. Even though we're new friends, she's seen a side that no one sees. Told her, listen to my breaths, I'm right here, please breathe. You got so much left to do, stay here, don't leave. The cries got even louder as the breaths got short. I told her, listen to my words as I fell down to the floor. Stay with me, I'm here, let it out, it's okay. Just cry till you can't cry, no more tears down your face. A couple minutes went by and the crying finally stopped. But not because she did, because the phone call dropped. I called her back quick, just hoping I'd hear hello. But I just kept getting met with the sounds of those dial tones. I froze. What do you do in that moment? Do you call the police, or do you hope that she's over it? Get a hold of her parents and tell them the situation, just so they can pull her from college and end her aspirations. Leave it alone and hope it was just an escapade. Pray from a text from her in the morning saying that she's okay. Call anyone you know just to make sure that she's alive. Ignore it completely and pray to God that she survived. I let it go. She must have wanted to be alone. I guess that this was just another one of her episodes. She never told no one about this depression she dealt with, and who was I to air out her secrets? That would be selfish. So I lay down in my bed and I rested my head, closed my eyes and drifted peacefully to sleep. Then I dreamt that I would see her tomorrow and I would speak to her then, till I was woken to several missed calls and texts that she's dead. My heart broke. She downed a bottle of pills. She took them shortly after our call ended, and it felt surreal. She was a friend of many, a student athlete at her school, a daughter, a sister, a very special jewel. At the funeral, they told us that nobody had a clue that they could have saved her life, if only that they knew. And if someone at the funeral had ever felt depressed, to get some help so that your face won't ever end up in the press. There wasn't a dry face in the room, only 22 years old, an entire life in front of her, and now she's laying there cold. If only I'd called someone, we wouldn't be here now. and nobody would be sad and I wouldn't feel like I let her down. But that's not what happened, cause instead of going to bed, I called every person I knew to check to make sure you weren't dead. I stayed up 7 hours praying every second of it, just hoping to get a text saying that you weren't heaven sent, but then I got it. You told me that I had no right and blocked me on everything, and we ain't talked since that night. Was I a bad friend? Options? I had none. I guess I'd rather be a bad friend than a sad one.
Whoa. That was a bit of a story. That's a bit of a story. Very emotional cut. Very deep storytelling cut. To 11 Empire and to Joey, great job on the production. You really made that help that come through. Crypt, good performance. It's hard. That's a hard song to listen to. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a really, really hard song to listen to. It's one of those ones where I don't think it has replayability. I think you hear it once and you're like, yeah. Yeah. And you just kind of got to sit there and think about it. Next track is called Is It True? A production from Trunks Beats and Joey Nato again. Trunks Beats and Joey Nato both tumbling up again after their kind of series of collaborations over here. Just give the track a listen. See what we're dealing with. That's not creepy at all, is it?
Grandpa! Hey, Grandpa, come here. I want to play a game with you, Grandpa. Let's play some truth or dare. I'll go first. Is it true that when my mom was 2, you started to abuse her? Lost your wife and decided mama would be a new one? Is it true what they say about your place? Or just a rumor that it's hotter than you can imagine there with Lucifer? Is it true?
Whoa, okay. Okay there. Alrighty. Alright, let's fucking unpack what the fuck that just was. Just talking to his grandfather. Is it true that you used to abuse the daughter or the wife? I think it was the daughter, so the wife left or something like that, and this is hot as hell because of Lucifer. Okay. Clearly not a good relationship there. Need to really fuck. Hold on. Let's fucking grasp what the fuck. It's a shortcut, but already, like 30 seconds in, it's intense as hell.
Grandpa! Hey, Grandpa, come here. I want to play a game with you, Grandpa. Let's play some truth or dare. I'll go first. Is it true that when my mom was 2, you started to abuse her?
Is it true that when my mom was 2, you started to abuse her? Wow.
Lost your wife and decided mama would be a new one.
When you lost your wife, you thought my mom could be a new one? What?
Mom was 2, you started to abuse her. Lost your wife and decided mama would be a new one.
What the fuck? Yo. God. Josh, please get in the chat, please. I need something lighthearted in my fucking life. Chopsticks, get in the fucking chat. Oh my god. Yo. This is fucking mad.
Is it true what they say about your place? Or just a rumor that it's hotter than you can imagine there with Lucifer? Is it true that when you spent a couple years behind bars, you lied and told my mama that you got in a fight at the bar? Is it
true that when you spent a couple of years behind bars that you lied to my mama that you got in fights in bars?
True that instead you were picked up by the feds because you were transporting minors across the border for sex?
Bro, is this song safe to react to on Twitch? Am I gonna get banned? Yo! Yo! Yo, what the fuck? Yo! Yo, Yo, hold up. Or is it true that you're picked up by feds for transporting minors for sex? Is that what this man just fucking said? That's okay. I don't think I can put this in full screen. I gotta constantly rewind this.
Fight at the bar. Is it true that instead you were picked up by the feds because you were transporting minors across the border for sex? Is it true that all your buddies would come and lay on the couch, get high on some pills, and you threatened to pass her around? Is it?
Get all your friends to come to your couch, you lie there, get high on pills, and you take a girl and pass her around. What?
When she said that she would tell what you did, you told her you would kill her if she ever opened her lips. Is it true that you're uncomfortable? I'm sorry. Let me back off. I'm sure you haven't thought of this in years, or even at all, but I'll make this so much easier. Dares are way more fun. Let's spice this game up a bit, Grandpa. You ain't no punk.
Yo, hold up. What the fuck?
Dare you to try to make it right, all those things that you did, how you took delight in innocence of your very own kid. I dare you to try to blame it on your own mental health. Tell me that you were sad, tell me that your kid helped. I dare you to try to tell me that you loved her too much, cause you don't even know what love is, you miserable fuck. I dare you to try to right all these wrongs you did in your life, but you can't fix it, eternity isn't enough time. I dare you to lie to me, that's a sight I'd like to see, because hell has no fury like the fire inside of me. I dare you to make excuses, I dare you to justify it, I dare you to disprove it, I dare you to survive this, but I dare you to meet me at the gates of hell when I come, cause I'll be there for a moment, and you and me can have fun. It really is a shame that I don't even know your name, cause if I did, I'd go to Tulsa and I'd spit on your grave. I thank God I never got the chance to meet you, cause I probably would have been the one that killed you. After Mama told me all those things you did, you're lucky that a heart attack got you before her kid.
Fuck. One of those songs that does not have replay value whatsoever. But yo. What the fuck? I'm so I'm so glad I did this one first. Yo, I'm so glad I can at least look forward to the good shit. Not the good shit. I'm not saying your album's bad, Crypt. I really do like the album right now, but yo, that was mad. That was mad. The fuck, brother. Trunks, Joey, good job on the production, but Jesus, I'm not even gonna talk about the production after fuck. It's eerie. The song is, oh god.
I'm at the point.
All right, Like Me is the next track. One of the another single off the record, produced by Anabolic Beats and Joey Natos. Let's go ahead and give this one a listen. I don't think there's any like rewindable moments.
I'm tired of giving chances. People take advantage of me, then they up and vanish. I'ma paint this perfect picture so that you can see I'm damaged. But just like its name is Nate, it'll probably stay on the canvas. See the skill that I brandished was overlooked like a canyon. It makes me mad enough to savage up and load up a cannon and blow it at the planet for ignoring this gold in the hand. It's so misunderstanding what you're looking for. I've shown you Atlantis. Once upon a time there was a little kid, his name was me. Dripped of ripping tracks apart like a barber that can hardly see. He grew up to be big and strong, pissing the industry off, wishing they'd listen cause they missing what sets Crypt shit apart. But I done made it without a label, without a deal. It's not a fable, just cop the crib on top of a hill. So I can watch you as you continue to hate you say, but yell it loud cause I'ma yell this back at your face. You won't ever be in a zone like me. No one will blow up your phone like me. Won't ever go on the throne like me. Hot damn, I'm the man and you wanna be just like me. You won't ever be in a zone like me. No one will blow up your phone like me. Won't ever go on the throne like me. Hot damn, I'm the man and you'll never be just like me. So now it's time to flex, go home with that disrespect. I've been complimented by legends, even got a song with So when you talk that mess, it goes in one ear, out the next, and travels down my side and intertwines inside my pen. I ain't got room inside my head for these dudes that sounding upset at my cloudy success. I'm bound to be crowned around as the best while you just count the joint next up.
I don't really know what to break down here. There's just your standard basic percussion.
I do this shit for real, but you just out here playing dress up. I will mess up any motherfucker that comes my way. I'ma step up from
The choir samples are really, or the choir pads are really like that. Like, I like those. I don't really know what the main instrument is. I'm gonna be real. I don't know what it is.
other does that claim
I'm
they
about to explain it. I don't know what it is.
do what I say I'ma do, and that's on the Bible. That's final and primal. There's only so much I can't take. Yeah, I'm in beast mode, and I'm running like I got a cheat code, and the shit is easy like a free throw. Put him in my position, and he froze. He's finito. Why would you say that I'm out? Well, the flames keep lying that way, and you'll lie in the grave. Sleep quietly while I am climbing, and I'ma keep rhyming this way. I'm at the height of my game, 'cause they say I'm whack as fuck, but I don't care what they told ya, 'cause I'm about to blow way bigger than Cardi B's areolas. So let's go ahead and take a poke, 'cause I know I'm better than most ya. Your flow's boring like a bowl cut, my flow's turning over oceans. Everybody coming at me when they gonna stop though. I remember when
all the fast flows coming in here. Okay.
Was the famous, so they trying to put me out like they saw smoke. Raw milk, unexpected like it was a pothole. Never get the support of my peers like a lost boat. Now you wanna help me try to get a bit of fame, but the only time I'ma pull strings for you's on the crossbow. You won't ever be in the zone like me. No one will blow up your phone like me. Won't ever go on the throne like me. Hot damn, I'm the man.
Strings
and
there.
You wanna be just like me. You won't ever be in the zone like me. No one will blow up your phone like me. Won't ever go on the throne like me. Hot damn, I'm the man, and you'll never be just like me.
Good track. You've got another track. All right, cool. I like that track a lot. Next up, we've got the last song on the record with a feature. We've got There For You with Atlas, production by Majestic. Oh, I love these boys. I love Majestic. Majestic, if you guys don't know, has produced actually one of my, made the beat for one of my songs called, Die Young with a dude named Dubby. Majestic Records is sick. I love Majestic. Hell yeah. Majestic and Joey Not on the production. Let's go. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. Alice has a great voice, by the way. I'm excited for
And
this.
I'll be there for you. I know it's hard for us to love the way we knew before they broke our trust. And I'll be there for you. I know we don't have much. That don't matter to me. All I need, all I need, all I need, all I want is your love.
On the nights that no one's there, you always are. When the phone calls get ignored, I know you're never far. And every time my heart aches, you're always there for me to vent. So when the world puts its weight on my chest, I breathe with your breaths. And from the times I was broke up until the time I was rich, you never switched how you treated me. You see me the way I wish. You always hold me to the highest standards, unafraid to let me fall. Because when I get back up, you know it's better just to dust me off. And let me learn by example and toughen up my thoughts. Sometimes you got to touch the stove just to know it's hot. And you can tell me not to touch it 100 times, but until my skin is burned, I'll never know what the pain is like. No, I never want that pain again. That's like our relationship. Every time when things get tough, I think of parting ways, but then I think about the days before we ever existed and realize I couldn't last.
Yeah, this is a
without you
hardcore
single
Majestic
I'll be there.
Yeah, this is a classic them.
I know it's hard for
Really
us
like
to love the
dramatic,
way we knew
soft.
before they broke our trust. And I'll be there for you. I know we don't have much. That don't matter to me. All I need, all I need, all I need, all I want is your love.
So many times I've gotten messages from fans saying that I saved their life, saying I'm the man, saying that without me and this music that I make, that their life would have ended long ago. And that's hard to take, because I know how many times I've tried to take my own life, and you're the one that stopped me and told me to go home and write. So really it's you, you're the one that we should all thank. You brought me closer to my family and even closer to faith. You brought me into the life of a family that lost their son, but would comfort their other one when my records were spun. And to my homie Ben, just know that you've done much more for me than I could ever do for you. And I know that's hard to see. You made me fall back in love with the one I wrote this song about, and reminded me of the pain from the stove inside of my house. I'd rather live one day with her than 1,000 without her laugh. I call her the love of my life. You can call
And
her
I'll
rap.
be there for you. I know it's hard for us to love the way we
Okay,
move.
that's actually really good. Okay.
Before they broke our trust, and I'll be there for you. I know we don't have much, that don't matter to me. All I need, all I need, all I need, all I want is your love.
All right. Yeah, that has Majestic painted all over. I like that record. I like it. It's one of those songs where you compare like rap to like a woman. The shuffle at the end there. Yeah. Good track, very sentimental. Good track. I mean, that one has a little bit more replay value for me. I actually really like that track. But so far, I mean, honestly, for non-album singles, I won't lie. The intro track and Rappers You Don't Like Me are the only ones that have really, really stuck out to me that aren't an intro track that I could put on repeat a lot. Next up, we got Rapping From My Closet, which I think is a banger. Production from Joey Nato and Rouge. All right, let's see what the boys cooking up.
I just try to stick to myself. There's too many snakes in the grass. Too many fakes in the game. Many two-faced men with holes in my back. I just want to write my raps and retire my mom and my dad. So excuse me, please. I'ma do me, and you can get the fuck off my back. Yo, I'm almost to $1 million. I made it without spending a single cent on the pay-per-click AdSense. Other rappers want to say they didn't pay for their promotion, but I got papers that say this shit's a fat fib. Now I don't know if rappers diss me on the low, so they can brag to their friends that they diss me and I didn't even know. But you can tell by their tone that they know that they don't stand a chance if we go toe-to-toe. But I digress this, why stress this? Lines don't concern themselves with sheep, white test Crypt. Boy, I'm on fire like a tire in a wreck pit. Try and blow out my flame, boy, that's a death wish. It's becoming common misconception when I rap it. People think of babbling about nothing. But I'm saying twice the stuff and half the time you complain cause you tried and it came out sucking. Fuck, every day back on the same topic. When it's gonna stop? All this dissing is nonsense. I would rather work together than to bitch about it. Get up on the record with me, spit it, then we'll get a crowd to sit around and listen to it spitting. Then we'll get a tally of the better sounding spitter. It's simple, it's getting. Now go count it out. I guarantee that you will see that all your votes ain't even close to equaling half of the votes from me. What a scheme that was. All this shit is so fun. I'm just rapping cause I'm happy. You just rapping cause you lunch. And I leave you up like I always do. Another fat joke, but it's oh so true. And I can't help but do it. So go review it and focus only on that and not the soulful music. Upload your stupid little hopeless review, bitch, and hope it grows to get vocals of views. It's sad that these people wanna talk shit when they never met Crypt cause I would befriend them, but
Damn, he came at music reviewers just then. Saying like, oh, do your little music review, whatever. And listen, Crypt, I'm being fairly positive here. I am a fan of you. But I gotta judge the music because I see it. And I can say I like a song, but is it a good song from the logistics of what a song is? Is it a good LP from what the LP is? From what we expect from an LP? And so that's what I'm judging it on. Don't get me wrong. Just because I don't save a lot of songs from an album doesn't mean that I don't like it. It just doesn't mean that it's not something I can listen to a lot because it doesn't have that replay value. It doesn't have that hit factor. And that's why hits are called hits, because they have that replay factor. But a song can still be powerful and impactful and not have a replay factor. Key and point, once again, I'm going to keep going back to the song Dave song Black, a song with a powerful meaning but not a lot of replay value on it. Even though I think it has arguably more replay value than a lot of other songs in that vein. With Jordan Lucas's I'm Not Racist, not a lot of replay value. But powerful message. But here, listen, dude, I'm just here to give you an opinion. You don't have to listen to me, but you have to... I'm trying to only give you constructive criticism. But I understand that there are people out there... I don't know what... I think you say, like... This Tales from the Crypt got a 3 out of 10 from some
why do I
places.
expect nothing but respect from these specs of the rap game? They're nothing but dust. You and I both know that I'm better than most, and your whole career is a bust. So give me my rose while I can't smell those, and I'll go ascend to the sun. This the last time that I will address it. All these negative comments, you know I have an ill obsession. Suddenly when I rap about my depression, I sound like an F, and that's a definite way to discredit all my messages. I'm sounding like me every time I'm on the beat. Stop comparing me to others, and then maybe you will see. That's no disrespect in 80s, one of the greatest in the game. But the second you take away, then I'm rapping about my pain. I'm gonna snap and go insane, cause I dealt with it on the daily. Maybe think before you say this shit, I begin to speak my way. Hey, album reviews just came in. Tales from the Crypt got a 3 out of 10. A guy told me that I rap too much about my dead grandma and that I sound like a bitch. Wow, some of y'all have no soul. She was my best friend, but she didn't even know that I made a lot of dough from spitting infinite flows. Even though some of y'all say I stole a bunch of those, but when I ask what I stole, y'all don't even know. Cause I never stole shit but the art from your home, and y'all lost it. This is nonsense. I'm on the way to blow up, y'all watch this. I just turned down a 6-figure deal. Fuck trying to appeal. I'll keep rapping from my closet.
I'm not a fan of how that song ends. Alright, where we've been in the last... Alright, and as we end the record off, we've got 2 more songs here that I've been told are very impactful. Sundays of Grandma and Buried Alive. Title track at the end, which is an interesting... but not uncommon approach. I remember my closet, huge hit. I love the song. This side's definitely getting saved. Sundays of Grandma. I'm curious. I expect this to be a highly emotional record. Let's see. Where do we got production by? Production from... It's not there. I guess I just don't get... Oh, there we go. Wait, what? Buried Alive, written by... Oh, Gon's on here? Gon's on that one. Can I see this one? There we go. Once again, we got a joint auto and Rhiney Beats production. Let's go ahead and see how this one ends up. Chopsticks! Hello. I was actually wishing for you earlier. You missed the part of the record where it got dark as hell. But I was hoping for your lightheartedness. We're doing review and play day. Go through some of the music. We're approaching the tail end of this LP right here. We'll go ahead and do the song. Probably going to be one of the most emotional tracks on the album here. I don't know. It's called Sundays with Grandma. 4 minutes. Longest cut, I believe, on the record. Yeah, longest cut on the record. Only one that breaks the 4-minute barrier. Let's go ahead and give this one a listen.
I had just turned 16 when I learned how to drive. My whole life in front of me.
Country as hell. Country vibe. Immediate
With
shift.
the open road and a tank of gas, I had one place to go. Down to Willow Drive to see the purest soul. Right about now, it's been 3 years since Grandma's been alone. She needs me now more than she ever did since Grandpa's down the road. So I pull on into her driveway and she's waiting at the door with a smile across her face that I'd never seen before. And she said, come on in and sit on down. I'm frying this chicken until it's nice and brown. And wait till I tell you about the things I found out about my neighbor too. She is a Baptist small town gossip queen, and she tell it all to me. Sunday lunch with Grandma, making memories. I was 18 when I moved off to school, and Grandma was...
Ooh, okay, all right. So I can tell this is gonna be one of those ones. I can tell he is holding emotions. He is telling the stories here from when he was younger. I'm remembering his grandmother, who he said in the previous track, is his best friend, which is really sweet actually. Because I love my grandmother, both of my grandmothers, but one of them I never see because of her arthritis. God bless her soul. She's stuck in India. And one of them lives 4 hours away. Still possible to see, of course, but it's been over a year. And this is a reminder that I will say to anyone who isn't stream. Go show love to your grandparents. Please do. Just from personal experience, I just trust me. Please do. Literally, my best friend, his grandfather passed away. So trust me, you never know when it's gonna happen. Please just show love to show some love to your elder relatives, please. Show some love to them, show some respect to them. Even if you don't always get along, just show that you appreciate them. I don't get along with half my family up in fucking Yeehawville, up in Nebraska. I don't like all of them, but I can still love and appreciate them for existing and, raising my mother the way they did. So just show some support for those people, man.
Said we had made a routine full of love and food every weekend that had passed. On the Sundays that I couldn't come home, she'd call me every time with a brand new story about the folks at church and how they'd always sing too high. And she'd say, honey, I hate to bother you, but this damn TV remote, can you tell me how to fix it, please? And then I'll let you go. So I laugh and tell her what she needs. It was our running joke. And I'd say, Grandma, when I come home, I will see if it is broke. And she'd say, come on in and sit on down. I'm frying this chicken until it's nice and brown. And wait till I tell you about the things I found out about my neighbor too. She is a Baptist small town gossip queen, and she'd tell it all to me. Sunday lunch with Grandma, making memories. I graduated school when I was 22, and she was proud as could be. I had a girl I would marry till our love grew weary, and one day she'd up and leave. And I cried a river of tears, and my grandma cried too, 'cause she knew how much it hurt me, and that hurt her too. And she said, I won't always be around, but don't ever let another woman bring you down. Baby, please never forget your worth. No woman on earth can know just how good you are with a heart of gold. You're a man of some girl's dreams, but until the day she finds you, you come and grab a bite to eat. So won't you come on in and sit on down? I'm frying this chicken until it's nice and
Different
brown.
chords, different chordal tones. More intense, more intense.
There's so much here to show you. I know you can't wait anymore. I miss Sunday lunches with Grandma, but now she's cooking for the Lord.
And for the baby. I just absolutely love you. And thank you for the supper last night. I love you. I'll see you later. Don't work too hard. That baby.
Wow, that's a powerful song. Selfless, I did see the message. I did see that. Wow. That was emotional. That was intimate. That was pure, man. Very, very pure. Fantastic. Very good acoustic guitars. Good singing. Don't really know what else to say about that. I guess we pile on to the closing track and the title track, Buried Alive. Luke Gahn has writing credits, which he appears up here in Let Him Talk, as we established earlier, which I'm curious to see why. Production by Joey Nato, solo. Let's see how we close the record off after that very powerful ending, a very powerful second, penultimate song. That shuffle sound consistent with the beginning of the throughout the end of each song is now at the beginning of the record.
Somebody save me from myself. I'm following my demons.
Country and rock influences again.
Talking to God so far away. I'm falling down.
Okay. Yeah, very hard rock
Do you know
influence.
what it's like to live your life in the eyes of the public while they wait to watch you fail? Every day they're looking for something old to bring up something new if they see you doing well. And God forbid you did some things in the past, man, you might as well just hang it up to dry. Cause in this day and age, change don't mean a thing. They'll cancel anything in sight. These people are casting
That's
stones for
facts.
things they done themselves.
100%
They just
true.
don't have
Now, don't get me wrong. The whole cancel culture thing, here's my piece. some people deserve to be canceled hard. Harvey Weinstein deserved it. Bill Cosby deserved it. Sinatra, fuck you, deserved it. But people like Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, KSI, trying to think of other cancellations that have tried to happen. Not for those. Those are really stupid. If someone makes like one offensive joke or one bad tweet, they can apologize if they want to. But if it was made in jest, who cares? Grow some skin. Like, I want anyone that like complains about like cancel culture and like is super hypersensitive to go into like a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lobby back in the day on the old Xbox. Like, please don't get, like, I've never understood that stuff, man. If you're super sensitive, stop that shit.
Million people praying they fail and watching every move they make and honing on their mistakes and show the world that you're not who they think. The pressure keeps mounting higher. I no longer desire to live this life I chose, cause I'm no longer inspired. But these people require me to keep bringing a cipher, so I'll speak till I'm tired, holding my feet to the fire, screaming, somebody save me from myself. I'm following my demons all the way to hell. I'm falling down.
Hold on. Let me talk about this. Twitter tried to cancel Mr. Beast? Huh? That's some bullshit. You can go put it in the chat. I'll read it after the song finishes. I'm curious.
It's like a read your mind, dude. Finding why would you even try to keep and hide secrets deep inside? You're speaking lies and redefined who I knew. What can I do? Stuck in my room, demons swirl around like typhoons. Life is like a tightrope that I'm walking in. I wanna take that rope and tie a noose. Preparing to die, scary inside. Bottomless lows, heroin highs. Staring in the eyes of death, I'm paralyzed. I guess it's time for them to bury me alive. Maybe now you see the bar you set for me is higher than the one that I can actually reach. This is what you wanted, raise your shovels high. Lay me in the dirty, bury me alive. Somebody save me from myself. I'm following my demons all the way to hell. Talking till you're so
Soaring. Big percussion. Big melody from the guitars. All right. That's the end of the record. Good record. He made a whole men joke in 2016. Damn, that's some weird shit. Now it's time for the save. What do I save and what goes to the grave? Which I think is funny because I call it Buried Alive. Little segment I do where I go through the list from the bottom to top and see what am I saving to the playlist and what gets sent to the grave. Rapping from my closet. Saved. Like me. Saved. Voicemail. Saved. Rappers do not like me. Saved. Let them talk. Saved. Call it quits. Saved. Tales from the Crypt 2. Saved. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 7 songs off a 15-song LP. I'm gonna give it a strong 5, light 6. I think it's good. I think it's a pretty decent second attempt, second record. Good work, Crypt. Actually, you know what? No, I think I'm being a bit harsh there. You know what? Light to decent 6. Certified at least a light 6. Positive review.